ಆನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾಗಿನ್ ಆಗಿ. ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಸಿಬಲ್? ನೋಡಿ, ಇದು ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ ಮೇಡಮ್. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಲಾಗಿನ್ ಆಗಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಆಡಿಯೋ ನಿಮ್ದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ. Good morning. So now let us move on to the syllabus of the subject. Syllabus of the subject S&S. As usual, we have 3 modules. Module 1. Is it visible, madam? Module 1. Module 2. Module 1 talks about introduction, classification, okay. Classification and operation on signals. ಲಿಂಕ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ದೀನಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿ ಮೇಡಮ್, ಅಡ್ಮಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. One minute. ಓಕೆ, ಬಟ್ ಯಾರನ್ನ ಕೇಳಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, ಹೆಂಗೆ ಕೇಳ್ತೀರಾ? ಕೇಳಿ ನೋಡಿ. Is it audible?
Yes, sir.
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಿಸಲ್ಲ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ನೋಡು. ನಿಮ್ ನೆಟ್ ಆನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ ನಿಮ್ದು. Is it audible? Check it, and any of you can respond message.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೇಳ್ಬಿಡಿ, ಅವನು ಯಾರು ಅಕ್ಷಯ್ ಯಾರು. ಯಾರೋ ಒಬ್ಬಡು ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಒನ್ ನೇಷನ್ ಡಿಪ್ಲೊಮಾದವ್ರಿಗೆ ಯಾರು. Signals. Okay, thank you. Sorry for the inconvenience. So the module 1 talks about introduction, classification of signals, and operation on signals. So on, it will be there. And as usual, we will get 20 marks, 20 plus 20. So actually 40 marks question you will get it. You will have to answer 20 marks for that. Okay, right. So, and the second module talks about the systems and the classification and operation, classification and properties. Systems classification. Here signal classification, here system classification and properties. Second module. Module 3 talks about LTI systems. LTI systems LTI means linear time invariant. You will come to know in the later stages. Module 4 talks about uh, Fourier representation of signals. Fourier representation of signals. And module 5 talks about Z transforms and its applications. Z transforms. Okay, right. So these are the things what we are going to discuss in the entire semester. So this is the order what they are given, but the order in which I'll teach is, this is the first module what I teach, second module, third module, fourth module is this one, then fifth. So only this last two will be I will be interchanging because it is a little bit easy compared to this one. Okay, and this is too lengthy. That's why. So that is the reason why I have interchanged it. And prescribed textbook. Prescribed textbook is Simon Haykin, Signals and Systems by Simon Haykin. Okay, right. So that is the prescribed textbook. If you want to refer local textbook or local text, if you want to refer, that will be Uday Kumar, S&S by Uday Kumar. Okay, right. So if you want more problems for competitive exams and other things, that will be S&S by Sham series for competitive exams. S&S by Sham series. HP Su. Author name is HP Su. PSU. P silent. HP Su. Okay, right. So this is the textbook wherein, and publication is Sham series. SHAUM. Sham series. Sham series publication, and that is one of the good books that we have seen. Even and it is having maximum number of solved problems. Okay, right. So that is this one, and these books are more than sufficient for you. And one more book for the Signals and Systems by Oppenheim and Wilsky. Oppenheim, H-E-I-M. O-P-P-H. Oppenheim and Wilsky. This is also a prescribed textbook for the competitive examinations. Competitive examination like GATE examination or any other competitive examination, you will find some standard problems and solved problems also. For VTU level, you need we can use Simon Haykin and this one. And after all these things, I have my notes, and notes is available everywhere, and it is available in our Xerox center also. My notes, and I have solved on 468 problems in that book. Problems. If you are able to understand those 468 problems, and if you are able to solve, you can get more than 90 marks. So far in the history, around 4 students have scored 100 out of 100 in this subject, and at the same time many students have failed. Okay, right? So it depends on your hard work. So if you work hard, you can score 100 out of 100. If you don't do, even some of the students have failed also. So what I am suggesting you is, try to solve more and more problems. It is a mathematics. It is a M1, M2, M3, M4 we say, no, this is M5. Don't think that sir theory will come, nothing will come. All of them are problems only. Okay. This is Signals and System is one of the basic mathematical based subject, and it is the basis for many of the subjects, as I said in the last class. Okay, right? So this is about the textbook is concerned, and notes also I will be sharing, and it is available in the Xerox center also. Okay. Now, so in the last class, just a recall. Last class I didn't do the recording of the video. Recording is not available. Only just I'll give the definition. What and all I did? Definition of signals and systems. So definition of signals. What is a signal? It is the function of one or more variable which conveys the information on the nature of the physical phenomena. So that is the definition of signals and system and signal. And examples are what? Audio signal, video signal, what is that? Seismic signal, and what is that? ECG signal, like biomedical signal, like that. We have many examples of signal. Similarly, we have system. A system definition is something like this. System is nothing but what? It is an entity. It is an entity which takes one or more signals as input, modify according to the desired manner, thereby gives out a new signal, is nothing but a system. Okay, right? So examples of the system are what? Communication system, control system, amplifier, rectifier, filter, speech recognition system, something like this. Speech recognition system, something like modulator, demodulator, all these things are systems only. Modulator, demodulator, something like this. All of them are systems only. One which processes a signal is nothing but system. That is not the formal definition. Formal definition, as I said, it is an entity which takes one or more signals as the input, modify according to the desired manner, thereby gives out a new signal, is nothing but system. That's what you should give as a definition, formal definition. And if you write that only, you will get the marks. And this is a question which is repeated many times in the examination for 4 marks. Define signals and system with example. Okay, right? So that is the question in the first module, module number 1. Now I'll start with the module number 1, and which includes the definition also. Okay, right. Now let us move on to the first module, and we shall go for and how exactly we are representing it. Now let us go with the classification of signals. So in the first module we have classification of signals. And this classification we have seen in many papers in the examination, for starting from 5 marks, 8 marks, up to 10 marks. And majority of the papers we see it for 5 to 8 marks. Okay, right? And give the classification of signals with examples they'll ask in the examination. Okay, right? So in this we have 5 classification. First one, continuous time, and discrete time signals. Continuous time and discrete time signal. Second one, we have odd and even signals. Third one, deterministic and random signals. And fourth one, periodic and aperiodic signals. Periodic and aperiodic signals. And fifth one, power and energy signals. Right? So one by one we shall discuss, right? How exactly we can represent the signals and what are the classification, all those things one by one we shall discuss, right? Now let us move on to first one, continuous time and discrete time signals. Okay, right. So what is this continuous time signal? Let us say if you take a signal like this, signal is represented like this. Let us say one axis is t and This is an independent variable, it is a dependent variable. Let us say the signal will be represented as I said, audio signal, something like that. We can write it in general, we can write it as x of t. The meaning of this one is x is varying with respect to time. X is varying with respect to time. And this is representation of a signal. This x can be anything. It can be vibration, it can be electrical variation, whatever it may be. Or it can be a signal from the, what is that, electrical variations from the heart muscles, or it can be electrical activity from the electrical activity proportional to vibration of the rocks under the earth crust, that is seismic signal, as I said. That means it can be, see, the variation can be anything with respect to some time. So that's how we are representing it. In general, we write it as x of t, y of t, something like that. So variation can be represented like this. It can be like, not necessarily sine wave. Sir, this x of t, it should be a sine wave. Not necessarily. Your voice is not a sinusoidal signal. So therefore, don't think that, sir, it should be a sinusoidal signal. Not necessarily. It can be any shape, because your voice is not a sinusoidal signal, or your ECG is not a sinusoidal signal. So therefore, this kind of signal we call it as, you see this, it is having some specific value you take at any point of time. It is having, see, if you take this one, we have some specific value. Let us say its value is 2. Here it may be value is 1. Here it may be 1.5. Something like that. If you take it, if it is value is 3, that means it is defined at each and every point. You take at any point of time, it is having some specific value. Such kind of signal we call it as continuous time signal. The signal which is defined at all time instant. You take at any point of time, we have some specific value. Such kind of signal is nothing but continuous time signal. Continuous time signal. The first one. A signal which is defined at all time instants. You take at any point which is having a specific value. Some of the books will write like this. A signal one which is continuous with respect to time is nothing but continuous time signal. No, I don't agree with such kind of definitions, because when I say define continuous time signal, I should be able to give the meaning of continuous. When you are defining a continuous time signal, and don't use the word continuous. Instead, what is the meaning of it? The meaning of continuous is one which is defined at all time instant is nothing but continuous. So that is nothing but continuous. So it is, you take at any space. What do you mean by defined? It is having a specific value at each and every instant. So such kind of signals we call it as continuous time signal. Examples of the continuous time signal, for example, we can write it as temperature variation of this room. Let us say temperature variation of this room, if you draw it, temperature is varying with respect to time. Okay, right. Let us say morning temperature will be, let us say 26 degree early morning. Later on it will move on to, what is that, around 12 o'clock it will reach to around 32 degree, and at 1 o'clock it will be 33 degree. Afterwards it start decreasing, 32, like this. By the time evening it reaches, it will be 28 degree. Around 5 p.m. it is 28 degree. So this is time axis. That means it is continuous. Each and every instant it is having a specific value. So that is nothing but a continuous time signal. Temperature variation of this room is the continuous time signal. Or it can be represented by a sinusoidal signal. Let us say any sinusoidal signal, something like this. We can write it as x of t. And it is represented as sine variation of sine t. I can write it as. That is x of t. And it is defined at each and every point now. Or a ECG signal. ECG signal, if you write it like this. Something like this. This is also varying with respect to time. X of t. And it is represented like this. X of t is a function. It is represented mathematical representation. This is graphical representation. Both are the same. A signal can be represented in different ways. You'll come to know in the later stages. So here, in the form of a graph, you can write it. This axis is time, and this quantity is varying. Some sign variation is there. It can be anything, and it is varying with respect to time. And so it is defined by this function x of t. And x of t indicates what? X is varying with respect to time. And this, since we are using t, it is each and every point it is defined. That's what the meaning of, what is that? Continuous time signal. Or you can take a triangular waveform, like something like this. It can be anything like this. So this kind of signals are nothing but continuous time signal. A signal which is defined at all time instant is nothing but continuous time signal. Examples, we can write these things, right? So that is about continuous. What about discrete? The meaning of discrete you should understand first. What is the meaning of discrete? A discrete is nothing but it can take only integer values. So first we shall understand the meaning of discrete, then we shall go for the discrete time. For example, number of persons entering a bank between 9 to 10. How much it will be? It may be around 5 people, 6 people, 7 people. Is it right? 6.5? No, it is not possible. The reason, that means it can take only what? At any given time, only either 6 persons can enter or 7 person can enter. 6.5 person cannot enter, right? That is the meaning. So that means whatever the function which is varying, which can take only integer values, is nothing but discrete. Okay, that is the meaning of discrete. It can take only integer values. It cannot take the it cannot take the continuous what is 3.5, 4.5 like that. It will not. Now let us talk about the discrete in time. So what is this? This discrete in time. That means it can take integer values of time only. That means what is that? You can write it. Now, whenever it is say that discrete time, the time is represented by the number n. So this is n is the time here, and this representation is x of n. X of n. And it is varying with us. So continuous time signal is represented by x of t, where t can take any value, but n can take only integer values. N can take only integer value because discrete in time. Discrete in time is what? N can take only integer value. Let us say this is the 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. At 1, the value may be what? Let us say the value may be 3. So the representation is it can put arrow mark, or you can put, some of the books will put circle. This is also fine. I'll use throughout this course, I'll use this arrow marker. So what is this one? At 1, its value is 3. And this is dotted line. Okay, at 0, you may have the value 2. At 2, its value may be minus 3. At 3, the value may be 2.5. So you said that it is, it should be, what is that? Integer value. But it is integer in what? Discrete in what? Time. So therefore only time axis is integer. Amplitude axis can be anything. This is amplitude axis, this is the time axis. So therefore what is that? You can write it. At 3 its value is 2.5. At 4 its value is minus 2.5, something like that you can. So this is nothing but discrete time signal, wherein it can take only integer values. So x of n can be written as what? X of n can write x of n is equal to, mathematically also we can write it. And same thing we can write it in the graphically also. X of n is equal to, is it visible, madam? What the idea? X of n is equal to 2n minus 1 for n lies between 0 to 2. If you take equals, 0 also included. Equals less than or equal to means including 2. And it is equal to n square for n lies between 3 to 4. N lies between 3 to 4. 1 minute. Chemistry. In chemistry. On there. Okay. Now, for n lies and is equal to 0 elsewhere. So what is the meaning of this one? So this is mathematical representation. Same way we can go for graphical representation. Look here. Now you give the value for n. N is equal to 0. N is equal to 0. What is the value? Minus 1. N is equal to 0. Put n is equal to 0 here. 2 into 0, 0. Minus 1 is there. At 0, its value is minus 1. N is equal to 1. N is equal to 1. What is the value? 2 minus 1 is, what is that we have? 1. N is equal to 2. 2 into 2, 4. 4 minus 1, 3. At 2, its value is what? 3. And n is equal to 3. 3 square, 9. At 3, its value is 9. I can't write to the scale. Okay, right. N is equal to 4. N is equal to 4 means 16. At 4, its value is 16. And afterwards, it becomes 0. So this is an example of what is that? A discrete time signal, one example. So example number 1, 2, and this is graphically we can, or you can write it, but x of n is equal to sine of omega n, sine of 2n or something like that. So then what will happen is, so it will be like this. It can take only integer values like this. Only this is discrete sine wave. It can exist only at the integer values 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On these instance only it exists. So this is nothing but a discrete sine wave. X of n is equal to sine omega n. Depending on the omega value, this number of samples will be there. So this is these are the examples of the discrete time signal. The discrete time. So what is the definition we have? A continuous time signal is the one which is defined at all time instants. Example I gave earlier. Discrete time signal is the one which is defined only at integer values of time or discrete instant of time, and that is represented by x of n, and these are the examples for the discrete time. So that is about the first classification what we have, a continuous time signal and discrete time signal. Now let us move on to the next classification. Second classification what we have is odd and even signal. Odd and even signal. No problem. Okay, right. Odd and even signal. See, just like the definition will not change. Just like a function, odd function and even function you have studied. Is signal is a function? Definitely. The reason is the definition itself says that. What is the definition of signal? It is a function of one or more variable. What we said? It is a function of one or more variable which conveys some information or message. Is it right? So it is a function of one or more variable which conveys the information on some physical phenomena we said. Therefore, signal is a function. Therefore, what is that we studied in our earlier classes? Let us say f of t. If it is odd means what? F of minus t is equal to what? Minus f of t. That we call it as what? F of x, no? Okay, use x wordings. Okay, f of x minus f of x. This is nothing but odd signal. Even signal, even function is nothing but what? Even function is nothing but f of minus x is equal to what? F of x. Same concept. Since signal is a function, same concept I will be using it. A signal is said to be odd if x of minus t is equal to minus x of t, or x of minus n is equal to minus x of n. This is for continuous time signal. This is for discrete time signal. Only difference, the property applicable is same. Only difference is if for continuous time signal it is represented by t, and it is discrete time signal, the time is represented by n. And here x of minus t is minus x of t, x of minus is minus x of n. So this is nothing, this is a continuous, so this is odd signal, and this is definition for odd. Even means what? X of minus t is equal to x of t, x of minus n, or x of minus n is equal to x of n. Okay, this is nothing but even signal. A signal is said to be odd if x of minus t is equal to minus x of t, or x of minus n is equal to minus x of n. A signal is said to be even if x of minus t is equal to x of t, or x of minus n is equal to x of n. So what is the characteristics of this one, and what are the examples for this one? An even signal, no, the basic characteristic of an even signal is symmetric about the origin. And odd signal is asymmetric. Asymmetric about the origin. So this is the, what is that? Difference between an odd signal and even signal. How exactly? So for example, an even signal is nothing but x of t is equal to, as I said, it is symmetrical about the origin. 0, 1, minus 1. This is the example of even signal. As the name itself indicates, it is evenly distributed on both sides. Symmetric is, see, even signals are what? Symmetric about the nature, symmetric about the origin we said. So that means it is symmetric. Whatever is there on the right hand side, left hand side is the mirror image of the right hand side. That is the basic characteristic of an even signal. Or you can take it as an example as like this. Or you can take this way. Whatever is there on the left hand side, 0, -1, -2, 0, 1, 2. And amplitude may be 1, this may be -1. Time axis. So these are the even signals. And if you can give the discrete examples also. Zero, 1, -1. This is 2, -1, -1. So this is an even signal. So this is x of t, this is x of n. These are the, what is that? Even signal, examples of even signal. Odd signal is nothing but asymmetric cut. Asymmetric means what? Whatever is there in the left hand side, let us say if you take the signal like this. This is the signal, one side. Other signal is anti-symmetric, that is double fold. Once you fold this side, another fold you to the other side. So this kind of signal. This is nothing but anti-symmetric. You take one fold here, one fold here. So therefore what will happen? You will get the right hand side. Or you can take a sinusoidal signal like this. Okay, or cos signal. Okay, right. So this is a, what is that? Sorry, odd symmetric. This is not cos, sine wave. Antisymmetric means you fold double fold, you will get this one. So this is your, what is that? Odd signal, x of t, your x of t. And example, if you want to give in discrete, 0, double fold, 0, 1, 2, -1, -2, 0, 1, -1, -2, 1, 2. See, you fold once, it will come this side. One time fold, one more amplitude fold, you will get back this one. Or you fold once this side and one more time about the origin, you will get this one. So this is anti-symmetric, we call it as. So what is the meaning of that anti-symmetric? See, let us say, the examples of even signal, x of t is equal to, let us say, cos t. Now we shall check it out, how to do out, whether it's a cos t is a even signal or odd signal. Okay. Replace t by minus t. Replace t by minus t. X of minus t is equal to cos of minus t. Both sides I'll replace it by t. Okay, right. Minus t. X of minus t is equal to what is that we have? Cos of minus theta is what? Cos theta itself. Cos t itself. Therefore, x of minus t is equal to, what is cos t? Cos t is nothing but what? X of t. So therefore, x of minus t is equal to what? X of t. Video. Is it visible? Okay, right. X of minus t is equal to x of t. X of minus t is equal to x of t is nothing but what? It is an even signal. Okay, right. Let us say take an x. So even signal. Odd signal example, I'll take it. X of t is equal to, let us say, sin t, I'll take it. Okay, replace t by minus t. Replace t by minus t. If you replace t by minus t, x of minus t is equal to what? Sin of minus t. Replace t by minus t on both sides. Now what is that? You can write it. X of minus t is equal to, sin of minus theta is what? Minus sin theta. Minus sin t, you will get it. X of minus t is equal to minus of, sin t is what? Sin t is nothing but x of t. Okay, right. Therefore, x of minus t is equal to what? X of minus t is equal to minus x of t. So therefore, it is an odd signal. So this is the example of an odd signal. And how is it sin t is odd? We can write it like this. Mathematically, we can prove it. And how is it x of t is equal to cos t is even signal? That mathematically we can do it. Other than that, what is that? A cos signal is even symmetric. That is symmetric about the origin. Whatever is there on the left hand side, same thing will be there. You check it. This is the cos signal. At 0, its value is 1. Whatever is there on the right hand side, the exact left hand side is exactly mirror image. But on the other hand, sine wave, if you take it, this is x of t is equal to sin t. And x of t is equal to cos t. If you take this one, sin t is nothing but, if you want to get this one, you fold once here, once here. That is one time amplitude. Vertical is amplitude. Horizontal is what? Time. So take this one. You fold it here, and one more fold you do. You will get this. So therefore, sin t is nothing but what? An odd signal, and cos t is nothing but what? Even signal. So this cos t, you take the mirror image about the origin. Whatever is there on left hand side, same thing will be there on the right hand side. So this is the example of what is that? So a signal is said to be even signal if x of minus t is equal to x of t, or x of minus n is equal to x of n. One for continuous, one for discrete. So whatever the even or odd, whatever the property applicable for continuous, same thing will be applicable for discrete also. Similarly, a signal is said to be odd if x of minus t is equal to minus x of t, or x of minus n is equal to minus x of n. So that is about the odd and even signals are concerned, right? So this is the second classification what we have, right? Now let us move on to third classification. So third classification is deterministic and random signal. And random signal. In the examination, we will not find any problems on the deterministic and random signals. In the examination, you will find the problems on these three classification. One is periodic and aperiodic, periodic and aperiodic signals. So one. Second one is power and energy signals, power and energy signals. And third one, even and odd signals, even and odd signals. In any of these three classification, you will find problems in the examination. Okay, right? Continuous or discrete, you will not find separate problems. In these itself, you may find the problems with continuous or discrete. Okay, right? So in the periodic and aperiodic, it can be a continuous or discrete. In the power and energy, it can be a continuous or discrete. In even and odd, it can be continuous or discrete. What is a discrete signal? Okay, right? And will not find any problems on the deterministic and random signal directly. Okay, right? What is this deterministic? As a definition is there in the name itself. If you are able to determine the value of the signal before actual occurrence of the signal, such kind of signal we call it as deterministic signal. Deterministic signal. If you should be able to tell that value, what is the value after 5 seconds or 10 seconds, what is the value? And if you are unable to determine the value of the signal before actual occurrence of the signal, such kind of signals we call it as random signal. For example, random signal, how exactly we can write it? It is like this. It can be going like this. Okay, right. So next it will go down or up. If you say down, I'll say I'll go up. If you say up, I'll say I'll go down. So that means you cannot determine unless it occurs. Such kind of signals we call it as random. You cannot determine. Such kind of signals we call it as, what is that? Random signals. Examples for the random signal is what? Noise signal, speech signal. Because I don't know. Speech signal is a random signal. You don't know the value of the signal before actual occurrence. Okay, right. Deterministic is nothing but what? Deterministic, if you are able to determine the value of the signal. Deterministic. For example, x of t is equal to t square plus 2 is a deterministic signal. My way of telling that a deterministic signal is, if you are able to write the equation for any signal, such kind of signals we call it as deterministic signal. I can tell the value. What is the value after 5 seconds? Let us say at 2, at time t is equal to 2. What is the value of the signal? 2 square. T is equal to 2. 2 square is for 4. 4 plus 2, 6. I can tell that. At t is equal to 1. What is the value? 1 square. 1 plus 2, 3. That means I can determine the value before actual occurrence itself. Such kind of signal we call it as deterministic signal. For example, speech signal. Is it deterministic or random? It has to be random because you don't know after it. Let us say, for example, my voice, my speech, you cannot write the equation for my voice. Therefore, it is a random signal. After 5 seconds, what I am going to talk, you don't know. That is, you cannot determine the value. So that if you are unable to determine the value of the signal before actual occurrence of the signal, Such kind of signal we call it as what? Random signal. If you are able to determine the value of the signal before actual occurrence of the signal, such kind of signal we call it as what? Deterministic signal. That means when I am giving the example for a deterministic random signal, don't write the equation. You will have to write in words only. If you write the equation, it becomes deterministic. So therefore, examples for the random signals are what? Noise signal, speech signal, something like that. You can write it. Is there? Or seismic signal. You cannot write it. Write the equation for that. If you are able to write the equation for that, such kind of signal we call it as deterministic. X of t is equal to t square plus 2. X of n is equal to sine omega n. Something like this. If whatever you write the equation for any of the signals, so all of them will become deterministic. That means we can determine the value before actual occurrence of the signal. Such kind of signal we call it as what? Deterministic. If you are unable to determine the value of the signal before actual occurrence of the signal, such kind of signal we call it as what? A random signal. Examples for the random signal is what? Noise signal, speech signal, seismic signal, like that. Right? So that is about the, what is that? Deterministic and random signal. Okay. So this is about the classification of the signals are concerned. Three classifications I did it. One is continuous time signal and discrete time signal, the first classification. Second classification, what we have is even and odd signals, and third one is the deterministic and random signal. In short, we can say this way: a signal is said to be even if x of minus t is equal to x of t, or x of minus n is equal to x of n. A signal is said to be odd if x of minus t is equal to minus x of t, or x of minus n is equal to minus x of n. And that is about the odd and even signal. Deterministic and random signal, what is that we said? A signal is said to be random signal if you are unable to determine the value of the signal before actual occurrence of the signal. And deterministic is nothing but what? As the name itself indicates, a signal is said to be deterministic if you are able to determine the value of the signal before actual occurrence of the signal. Okay, that is deterministic, we said. Continuous time signal means what? First classification. A signal is said to be continuous time signal if you are able to define the value of the signal. If the value of the signal is defined at all time instant, such kind of signals we call it as what? Continuous time signal. If the signal is defined only at discrete instant of time or integer values of time, such kind of signals we call it as what? Discrete time signal. So these are the basic first three classifications of signal. In the next class, I will be talking about other two, like one is the power and energy signal, and one more is periodic and aperiodic signals. So this is one of the important question in the examination, and we have seen this question for more than 6 or 7 times in the examination for 5 marks up to 10 marks, and majority of the papers 6, 7, 8 marks it will be there. Okay. So that's we shall stop at this level at today. I'll continue in the next class. Thank you.